Have you ever loved someone so much that it hurts? That's what it's like caring about a person who is addicted to drugs. All it takes is one time to use drugs for a normal, healthy brain to become addicted to it. Once a person becomes addicted to a drug, that's literally all they care about, even if it means losing everything, including your own children. And according to cocaine.org, there are many, many reasons why you should just stay away from drugs altogether. My name is Victoria, and today I wanted to speak to you guys and expose the impact that drug addiction has on loved ones and why you should just stay away from drugs altogether to begin with. And according to the editorial staff of American Addiction Centers, an addicted brain differs greatly from a healthy one. So, there are chemicals in the brain that are released when a person uses drugs. This is dopamine, which is supposed to be your happy, it's a happy chemical. It makes you feel good. So when a person uses drugs, it alters that neurotransmitter. It alters that chemical to where you have like no motivation. The only thing you are motivated for is finding your next high. And you'll do whatever it takes to get it, even if it means you have to steal from people, you rob people, there's even been cases where people have killed people due to their drug addiction and needing to get high. And according to the National Institute on Drug Addiction, acquiring their drug of choice becomes all they will ever care about until they are able to get the help. But before a person can get help, they have to admit that they have a problem. So, drug addiction has impacted me personally because I grew up with a mother who was addicted to methamphetamines. Even my ex-husband, he had an addiction to heroin and fentanyl. Heroin and fentanyl are some of the most powerful drugs known to man. And they take a hold of you and they will not let go. So, when I was about 8 years old, my mother, she was so deep into her addiction that it's all she cared about. She didn't care about me or my brother. Well, my brother and I ended up being taken from her. We were put in several different foster homes until my grandma was able to gain custody of us. She had to have a background check. CPS does background checks on people. Well, being taken from my mother at 8 years old and being separated from my brother and all of my other family, having no one that I knew, was devastating. It still messes with me to this day because I didn't have that bond with my mother anymore. It was taken because all she cared about was that her drug. Having your children taken from you is a really strong indication that you should stop doing drugs or just never do them so that doesn't become a problem. And then also with my husband, my ex-husband, being addicted to heroin and fentanyl took a toll on not only my mental, physical, and emotional health and well-being, but it also broke our marriage completely. He made us lose our home because he was spending all of our money on drugs. He was lying, he was hiding things. Just everything that you could think of that happens from drug addiction happened. And I personally think that drugs should just never have been existed. I wish they never were. And we need to find a way to get the message out there that if you don't even try it, that none of these issues will come about. Unfortunately, drug addiction is a disease. And most people don't think it is because they think, oh no, you're doing drugs, it's a choice. Yes, I mean, yes, it is a choice, but it's the chemicals in your brain that make it become an addiction or a disease. And it's hard to get away from that. And unless you have the right tools and the proper care to help you stay away from it, it's hard. So please just say no to drugs.